Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Matt.
I'm Mark.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Addison.
In this podcast, the four of us get together, have a few laughs, and talk about a wide range of topics in entertainment. I normally bring an amazing topic to talk about, but my co-hosts, not so much. So pull up a chair, sit down, relax, and enjoy listening to The Tepid Take. Hello, lovely listeners.
Fuck me.
What? Thanks for ruining my intro.
This is the intro now.
This is the intro. We're 15 episodes old now. We're drinking cider in the park. You know, it's
I was drinking. Was it White Star?
White Star. What?
White Star.
Did any of you used to do that? I can't say I did. I wasn't
Drinking
cool
in the
enough for
park?
that.
No.
It did. We had this
It did.
place. It was literally called. It was nicknamed the Wreck.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah.
We here at the Tepid Take don't condone underage drinking.
This has gone fucking mental. This has already. Why is it always my ones to go just totally?
Because you started
Did
it.
you start them in a weird way?
You went,
Hello, children.
I did not say hello, children.
that's essentially what you did.
Yes. Hello and welcome. This is a bit of a weird episode today because we're not doing like a specific topic. Oh, shit, my mic.
It's weird
gonna be
because
a-
Matt's hosting.
Yeah,
It's an aggressive episode.
it's an aggressive episode. Yeah.
Punching mics.
We're going to be doing some. We're going to play. We've played some of the worst video games ever made, and we're gonna talk about that a bit later. But you know, it's we're going to talk about some other little mini topics first. So, who gets to pick who's going first?
I have the power!
I really wondered where that was going.
Yeah.
That was very loose. I'm also embarrassed
good.
about that.
No, that was good. I enjoyed it.
Fix that in post. Yeah.
I was excited to hear that soundbite. So yes.
So Sam's talking about the new He-Man Netflix series. Well, it's not really He-Man, is it? I suppose.
Yeah, well, it's Masters of the Universe. But yeah, I think obviously it was started off as like a 80s kids show. And I think it was called like He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. But this is Masters of the Universe Revelation. Any of you guys?
Is this the Kevin Smith one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. I have heard loose things about it and that some people aren't happy, but I have no idea why because I've never watched anything to do with He-Man.
Yeah. So we can get to that straight away if you want. Kevin Smith is the executive producer, and they've created the first season, but they've only released the first half of that season on Netflix.
How many
I think-
episodes is that?
5.
Right.
Basically the series kind of follows this character called Teela, and less on He-Man. So of course you kind of got that audience who are, saying the old, "Oh, it's too woke, that kind of crowd.
Oh, really?
Which is a bit disappointing. And I think like the way they've handled the show, it kind of like, I think it's an interesting way to take it. The stakes, feel quite high.
Yeah, the criticisms I heard, I was like, if that was in a franchise that I liked, I'd be like, cool,
Yeah,
do that again, because
yeah,
that sounds interesting.
yeah, definitely. Like, a lot of people have said that the show was kind of like mismarketed because in the teaser they did a lot of focus on He-Man, and then
Right.
but I think they released a story trailer which I watched it just before we started, and you could definitely see there's going to be a lot of focus on this character Teela.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I gathered. But yeah, I mean, like, I watched the five episodes. I've really quite enjoyed it, actually. I was really surprised how much I was into it. I know, Matt, we were chatting about it the other day.
Yeah.
weren't
So I've seen 4 episodes. So I'm not quite.
Okay.
I haven't finished the last one at the moment, but Yeah, I really enjoyed it actually. I've never seen anything He-Man in my life. I don't think.
Yeah, that
Not
was
even
going to
when
be
I
my
was a kid.
question. Like, how much have you guys watched the old school 80s stuff or whatever?
Yeah, I think the problem was we're too young for
Yeah.
it because it's a bit before our time, I suppose. But I mean, I didn't feel like I needed to.
Yeah.
The characters' names are kind of ridiculous, but
Yeah, I've got a bit of a list here. Yeah, so you've got He-Man is kind of a ridiculous name in itself.
yeah.
But then you've got Evil Lyn, like literally Evil Lyn. A character who's
Like Evelyn.
yeah, but with a
Right.
hyphen in the middle. You got Man at Arms. I don't know if he has a real
I've
name.
heard that name.
Yeah,
I
It's
don't know
called
why.
Duncan, I think.
that's
Duncan.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so his Man at
You
Arms
never-
like his.
You never hear of a character called Duncan in anything, do you? There's no. I can't think of a Duncan in anything else.
In June,
Oh.
there's one coming up.
True.
But yeah, you don't hear
Duncan.
many Duncans out there.
No, you don't. No. It's an uncommon
Wasn't
name.
there one in Community? Wasn't there a Professor Duncan?
Professor Duncan.
Well,
His
Yeah,
last
wasn't
name
that
then.
the...
I think it might be the English one.
Yeah, the
Go on,
English
but-
one.
Yeah.
oh yeah, that wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So you can kind of tell that the names are just written for like toys that they're gonna sell.
This is
There's one
what-
called Roboto.
You got Moss Man.
This is
Beast
what
Man.
Skeletor is from, isn't it?
Yeah,
I always
yeah,
get
yeah.
this franchise and the He-Man franchise mixed. No, not He-Man. This is He-Man.
That's like
G.I.
this is
Joe.
the-
Yeah. This one and the He-Man one. Yeah.
Yeah, because they were kind of like the big '80s shows, weren't they? Like the G.I.
Yeah.
Joe and
Yeah,
and,
if you
and
say, like-
Transformers.
80s show based on toys. I go G.I. Joe, Transformers, and
Yeah,
He-Man.
yeah, definitely.
And I've not
Um,
watched a single thing to do with any of them apart from the Transformers films.
Oh no!
Like the first three.
Oh, have you seen Bumblebee?
No, apparently it's alright though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's actually pretty decent.
So He-Man's got a pretty big voice cast, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, really? Who's in it?
So you got Mark Hamill as Skeletor,
Awesome.
yeah.
Oh,
which
he's
is pretty
great.
cool. Yeah.
You've got Lena Headey, Cersei
Okay.
Lannister. She plays Evil Lyn.
Evelyn.
You got Sarah Michelle Gellar, who's
Oh, yeah.
Buffy.
Oh, yeah.
Is that Buffy?
Yeah.
And Liam Cunningham, who was
He's in
name.
Game of Thrones, right?
Sir
Yeah.
Davos or the Onion Knight.
Yeah.
The
He
only
plays-
things I've ever seen him in, which are Game of Thrones and an episode of Doctor Who, he is a sailor. Basically.
Isn't he like a? He's a smuggler, isn't he, in Game of Thrones?
Yeah, but he's like
Oh, yeah.
sails a lot.
Yeah,
He's like
yeah.
a captain
Yeah.
of a ship.
I think
So
sales
it's
is a strong
sailor.
word. He has a little boat.
Yeah, I suppose.
He rows.
He rows
Um,
a boat.
Well, in this one he's not a sailor, so he's he's gone out of his typecast.
Good to see.
Although there is a scene where he has got like a little ship that goes on water,
Oh, there we go.
Oh my god!
and they are on a
Him-
boat.
him
They're
and
on
his
a
little
boat.
ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Is he the captain of said boat?
No, he's
He's
not.
not.
No.
I wonder if he just goes into when he's offered a job. He's like, "Is there a boat in this?
Is there a
needs to be
boat involved?
boat somewhere, either attached to my character or a scene that I'm in." But yeah, I think like the thing that really stood out for me is like the animation. I thought was like pretty like good. Like
It's good.
there's some
Yeah.
yeah, there's some action scenes in this where I was like, "Fuck, you know, that's great." There's a bit. It's really hard to describe, and it's probably going to sound crap when I describe it, but it animates really well. Where it's like He-Man and Skeletor fighting, and Skeletor he kind of like creates this small portal and like punches through it, and then it like opens this massive portal, and his like fist is just huge and comes flying at He-Man. I was like, "This is fucking amazing." But when you describe it, it sounds a bit weird.
It does look good. Yeah, it does look good. I can
Yeah.
confirm. Yeah.
I can confirm. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really
So, like,
know.
based on that logic, if he jumped through that portal, he'd be a giant.
That's what I thought. Why wouldn't you just jump through the portal, like, and
Yeah.
just crush He-Man under his foot or something?
I was just like, oh, the world is
He'd
mine
just
because
win.
you are all smaller than me now.
Yeah.
Just
Is that
stick
how
your
it
head
works
through
for
and
big
just eat
people?
them. But I mean, yeah, I really liked like the first half of this series at least. I'm hoping it ends on a really a good cliffhanger, I thought. So, but yeah, I do wish they just released the whole thing, because I think a lot of the complaints are because you don't see much He-Man in the first half, but apparently he's going to be a lot in the second, so hopefully that appeases those fans. But yeah, I'd highly recommend it.
I might check that out. If there's only 5 episodes, to be fair, like stick it on when you're working or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe I'll do that. Because I definitely wouldn't have otherwise.
Yeah. I think if Kevin Smith wasn't attached, I probably would like.
Yeah, that kind of brings me back in, although I can't remember the last thing he actually did that was any good. So. Oh, but he's doing Clerks 3. So.
He is.
Clarks, if you're English, I guess.
Clarks.
So I'm hoping this is exactly the point where we're 12 minutes into the podcast.
17, I make it. But
Well, we probably started recording it like 5 minutes in, so
that's true, actually. Yeah.
So hopefully this is
what the fuck?
He's like, what are you on about? Yeah. He's gone deranged. So, Addison, you've been playing 12 minutes, haven't you?
I have been playing 12 minutes, which is a new game on Game Pass and other systems.
It's really new, isn't it? I'm surprised.
Yeah, I think it only came out maybe last week or the week before. At least a Game Pass, anyway.
Yeah.
So this was the first thing I ever saw of it was at E3 this year, and the main reason I was kind of noticed it was because of the cast. Have you heard who's in it?
So it's James McAvoy, isn't it?
Yeah, James McAvoy,
And
Daisy Ridley, and Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Who are all good actors. So.
Yeah, I mean that's a great bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to see Daisy Ridley in something as well. Because obviously
because I've only seen her in Star Wars and an episode of Toast of London, if you ever watched that, and then also she was in that. It's the Poirot thing with I can't remember what it's called.
Poirot? Stranger on the Train?
Yeah, that one. It's not called that though, is it?
Murder on the Orient Express.
That's the one. Yeah, Murder on the Orient Express. She was alright in that. Yeah, so seeing her kind of do more stuff is good to see. James McAvoy is always pretty decent, and Willem Dafoe is amazing and everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
So how much have you guys seen this?
I know nothing about this game. I know there's a 12-minute loop, isn't there, or something?
Yeah, so if you hate looping media, this is not the game for you, because it is that in a game format. It is fundamentally an escape room with a time loop. So you're in this flat, which has 3 rooms, like a living room, kitchen, bedroom, and then a bathroom area, and you can't leave this flat basically, because otherwise it'll just restart.
Okay.
So you have 12 minutes, and within this 12 minutes, a cop barges in and kills you and your wife. Well, not your wife, but you. And then when that happens, the loop restarts, and you've got to try and figure out what's going on, why the killing's happening.
That's quite interesting.
It sounds incredible.
Yeah. It's really interesting, and I did enjoy it for I would say
for
the majority of it.
For 12 minutes, yeah.
The main problem I had halfway through was you really don't actually know what you need to do to kind of stop playing.
Okay.
Because there's kind of a point where you're like, okay, I kind of know why this is happening, but it still hasn't stopped. So what am I meant to do?
Yeah.
The 12 minutes is quite nice though, because it's quite a short thing, and you can reset it any time by just leaving the apartment.
Yeah.
And it will make him restart again.
Okay.
Which means you can do kind of anything you want, no matter how dark it might be. You can try and kill yourself, kill your wife, kill the car. You can do all this stuff. Yeah. So I thought the thing was to save yourself and your wife, but I did that quite quickly. And yeah, it just restarts again. Eventually.
With the whole looping thing,
yeah,
is there anything you can kind of do in one set of 12 minutes that affects like the next loop, if you know what I mean.
The only thing that I found that does that is there is one thing that you can interact with, and they don't ever talk about why that is the one thing that carries over. I think it's probably one of those like it's a metaphor things, but I won't say it just in case.
Okay.
Whatever. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Even if I do say it, but I won't.
Okay.
But that was the one thing I found that really kind of carried over.
Yeah.
Other than that, it is your character's memories from all the other loops.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's kind of how you progress.
Yeah.
Because there's not actually that much to interact with in the room, so you'll kind of find things quite quickly, know where everything is, kind of get the base layout, and then you kind of got to put it all together and have the conversations that kind of reveal more information, and that's the gameplay.
Right, okay.
So yeah, it was. I ended up playing it for 5 hours.
Wow.
That's way more than 12 minutes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I don't even want to try and work out how many loops that is, because
that's quite interesting, though. Yeah, because
five an hour, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I remember seeing like a trailer for this game at like a couple of E3s or Xbox like showcases, and thinking like, oh, that original concept.
Yeah.
But I was worried that like the loop mechanic would get really like repetitive, but it's quite nice to hear that
I think it works
played 5
well
hours.
because of how limited it is. Because you have this like absolute freedom to kind of do whatever within those 12 minutes. With basically no consequence, I guess. So like if you are halfway through a plan and then like fuck it up, you can just go reset yourself quite easily. And 12 minutes isn't a long enough time to like it be a massive ball ache every time. I would say the plot, I think now that I've kind of slept on it, I'm not the biggest fan of. It has an aspect to it that I'm just like, oh, okay.
What are
I won't say it is.
In terms of like the actual voice performances, then are they like pretty standout or?
Pretty good. I wouldn't say if you gave me the game, I would not be able to say that it was James McAvoy or Daisy Ridley. Willem Dafoe is very clearly Willem Dafoe.
He always looks like Willem Dafoe, doesn't he? That's the thing. Yeah.
They're definitely, I'd say, more of a marketing thing than essential. And there were a couple of times where I clearly did something that the game wasn't expecting it to quite work that way, so they'd say a reply that didn't quite gel with where you were. It didn't happen too much, but just a couple of times where you're like, that sounded very odd with the way you were saying it. But yeah, I would definitely recommend playing through it, especially because it is if you have Game Pass free. Not free. And quite short. If you put your logical reasoning together, I guess. Otherwise, it could last forever.
Is there a big puzzle element to it then? Is it like hard puzzles or is it not?
It's not really puzzles. No, it is more like a.
You just got to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. There's not like it's not like a very clear. Oh, this is a mini game puzzle thing going on.
See, I don't know if I'd prefer it if it was like that. I think just because
maybe. But, I can see that being a route that some developers will go down, but you don't. It would be weird in this, I think. Especially because you are limited to these 3 quite small rooms.
I did download this beforehand. I was going to try and put in some time on it, but I didn't get the time in the end. But I think like I'll give it a go. I don't know if it will be the kind of game for me, but I don't know. Who knows? I might love it. But I think it was like 2 gigs.
Yeah,
it's a small game. You're not going to get hours and hours out of this. Unless you really want to put them in, I guess. But I think you'd get bored pretty quickly. By the end of the 5 hours, I was kind of like, I'm kind of done with this now. And there is an ending, but you can kind of loop it back around again if you wish. But I think that's getting a bit dancing into spoiler territory, so I'll stop.
James McAvoy and Willem Dafoe both play Marvel characters as well. And I played Marvel's Avengers. Addison's looking at me like...
I forgot about X-Men.
X-Men, Spider-Man.
Everyone does.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
Willem, Willem Dafoe was like that. I kind of want to see him return as Green Goblin because his face is perfect for that role.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah. I don't know if he will. He might in the next Spider-Man film. Who knows? Yeah. So I played Marvel's Avengers the Game.
Why?
There was a new. Why? Well,
Why
I did
would you
it.
do that?
They did it because there's a new update to it where it's got the Wakanda update. So it's called War for Wakanda.
Okay,
And
cool.
that only came out like 4 days ago. So it's current.
Oh my god, are we actually like keeping up with the times?
I know, yeah. This won't go out for a month though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so I did play a bit before that anyway, because I got it fairly cheap, so I thought, oh no, I'll give it a go. Because no one really likes it, it seems, online. It seems to have a pretty bad rep, so I thought, I'll give it a go, see.
So that's like I might like it.
Yeah. Well, you say
This
that.
is the best game I've ever played.
Oh my god.
I swear to fucking God if you say that.
It's not the best game I've ever played. No, it's not. It's not the best game I've ever played. But it is. It's all right. It's okay. It's fine.
I imagine it's probably one of those games which is the hate for it. It's a bit kind of like overrated. I'm sure it's like a serviceable game.
Yeah, I think it is overrated. Like, I wouldn't want to have paid. I don't know. I think I probably would have paid full price for it, really, if it had all the updates out when it came out. But obviously, it's got all the free. It's got like free DLC now, so I guess they've kind of maybe when it did come out, it probably wasn't as worthwhile money wise. But now it's pretty good. It's got like a lot of stories to it. So it's like at the moment it's like 4 story packs, and the first one is like the main story. So it's like the Avengers,
the Ms. Marvel one.
Yeah. Who I don't like playing as her.
Right.
Yeah, because you play as the different heroes in it.
Okay.
But basically, the premise of the story is there's this big like a power source called like Terrigen, I think it's called.
Right.
And I think there's deep Marvel lore about it, and it basically
I was gonna
explodes.
say, that rings a bell.
Same.
That might be an Agents of Shield,
Yes,
Oh,
I think it
right.
might be. Yeah, I think it is, because basically it explodes and it creates the Inhumans.
Yeah, no, it definitely is then.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that's the premise of the story basically, and then basically after that happens AIM, or Advanced Idea Mechanics. They take over and they like quarantine New York, and I think it's New York, isn't it?
Normally is.
Yeah. And then like,
New
but
York.
they're the enemy then basically. So you start off as Miss Marvel, and then you go and recruit Avengers basically. So you go through the game and you unlock characters, and I have to say the combat in it is actually pretty decent. All the characters feel really different.
Yeah.
I think my favourite one to play as is Captain America. I've only played him in one mission, but he's just like solid fighting guy. It's like the combat kind of reminds me a bit of Batman Arkham games. Okay. It's kind of similar, yeah.
Okay.
And
like a good
Marvel
version of that, or like a crap version of that?
It's not as good as Batman Arkham.
But
it's not as good. It's not as good as Marvel as Spider-Man on the PlayStation.
So like Mad Max level, maybe.
I never played that, so I don't know.
Oh, that was good.
But I'd assume so. Yeah, it's
Sleeping
okay,
Dogs is another one, isn't it? That did a similar style of fighting.
Yeah.
I never played that one. I've always thought it was good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, same.
I'd recommend it.
Yeah, I've never played that. Yeah, but yeah. So the combat is really good, and the story is okay. It's fine. The voice actors are pretty good. It's all right. It's fine. But they've got the one that's a bit jarring for me is they've got Nolan North, who does Nathan Drake in the Uncharted series.
Yeah.
That's I think that's one of the biggest. He's like a massive voice actor. He's done loads of characters, but like he sounds like it sounds exactly the same. So it's kind of like it's hard to hear. Like I'll play. I think this is the clip.
You see my sandwich anywhere? Come on! Who took my sandwich?
Literally the same character.
Who did you play? Is he Tony Stark?
Yeah, well, exactly. That could be. I should have just got a quote from Uncharted, and it sounded exactly the same.
Yeah. It really does. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but
who
it's,
does he
it's
play?
fine. He plays Tony Stark. Yeah.
It's the only character he would really fit. Isn't
Oh
it?
yeah, definitely. Yeah. And Captain America is very like bland man. Really, yeah. He's
Have they
just
stuck Troy Baker in there as well?
I feel like they probably have, but
Yeah.
I don't know who he voices if he does.
So-
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, but I've played the new Black Panther DLC, which came out the other day.
Yes, this
And,
is quite highly rated, isn't it? Like in the grand scheme of this game.
Yeah, so it annoyingly it spoiled something for me because I thought I'll give it a go before because I hadn't played that much of the campaign, so I thought I'll jump to part 4, which is War for Wakanda. I thought I'll jump to that, play a bit of that, see how it is, and then I could talk about it, and it like totally spoiled the story for me.
Oh,
I
no.
was like, fuck's sake. Yeah, but I wasn't that invested anyway. But
That's fair.
yeah, so like playing as Black Panther, pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So
I
is he
can
not in
imagine.
the game at all beforehand?
No, it's the first time he's in the game. Yeah.
Okay.
So it plays a bit like between Iron Man and Captain America. So he's got like the suit, and he's got like the kinetic absorbing thing, and you can like
Oh,
release
that's so
the kinetic energy, and it's like it's
Oh,
Yeah, I was going to
So-
ask me as that.
Is that a comic accurate thing? Because I always just assumed that was a film thing.
I
That's
don't
like-
actually
yeah.
know. I honestly don't know,
Yeah.
but it's pretty similar to the film. I will say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you actually in that you fight Claw, Andy
yeah.
Serkis'
Yeah.
character. Yeah.
Is he as good as Andy Serkis' character?
I've not actually met him yet, but
Oh, okay.
I can imagine not.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
he smashed it.
Yeah.
Um, One question I've got about it is,
Sure.
so I remember when the trailers kind of came out, and the thing that always kind of like I found quite jarring was obviously they hadn't used like the likeness of the actors.
yeah.
So seeing like these new kind of character models just always really threw me, and I just couldn't
Yeah.
connect because you're so like, connected to the MCU versions of these characters by this point. Does that kind of
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
did that hit when you start playing, or do you just like, get used to it?
No. I kind of the story is quite separate to it. Obviously, there's like they touch on stuff, and it's fairly similar in some aspects, but it kind of the story isn't related to any of the films, so it's,
No.
it's quite
yeah, I
far
kind of wish
removed.
they kept it separate. I'd rather they keep it separate.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother me. Like, none of the characters really sound like they're movie characters, so I don't think they're trying to, which is good. I don't think they should. Yeah, but the characters you can get. Sam will love this, but you can get different skins for your characters, so you can get different costumes. Yeah.
Right. How much was this game?
Is this connected in any way to the Spider-Man game?
No,
Okay.
but
That's a
are
real
they
shame,
both?
isn't it, as well?
Is Spider-Man Square Enix? No.
No, it's Insomniac.
No. Sony.
No.
Insomniac.
Oh,
Sony,
yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just Square Enix.
Because
so
it
it's
looks
not
like it, doesn't it?
connected
I
to
think when it came out, my brain was like, "Oh, that's Insomniac," and it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's almost
even-
weird that they haven't linked
that. Yeah, even like the combat plays a bit like it, so it is strange that it hasn't. But
And
I'd rather they like ship these games off to different studios who will do them well and not
Hmm.
connect them than do like what Star Wars did for ages and try and link all their games from the same studio.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
it's but yeah, it's actually fairly enjoyable. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but my favorite character to play as was Iron Man. Actually, he was
I can imagine he's like well fun to play as. Like
he's pretty
all the
awesome
tech.
to play as.
See, I kind
yeah.
of thought it would be the Hulk because he's always had really good games.
He's good as well.
Oh,
yeah.
Hulk
He's good to play as.
Yeah.
He's like pretty strong, but Iron Man you can like fly around and like shoot
Yeah.
people with like photon beams and lasers and all sorts. So it's pretty good actually.
Can you
What
play
do
as
you-
Thanos?
Hulk just not that I know of yet.
Just
I
run
don't
around
think you
clicking
can,
your fingers.
no. Yeah.
Like a jazz band.
See you later. Yeah.
Pussycat.
Does like a West Side Story and just everyone's dead.
Yeah.
It just brings it back, kills them, brings them.
Someone's got to have like edited his face onto like all the West Side Story characters.
Oh,
surely.
yes.
That's
They've
got to
got
be
to
out
have
there.
done.
If not,
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
a Tepid take exclusive.
If anyone
on
has
our
seen
YouTube
it,
channel.
please send it to us.
That'd be great.
But yeah, that's kind of it really. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Cool.
Yeah.
actually okay.
Quick question: Does
Yeah.
it have multiplayer? Is it a multiplayer game?
It does have multiplayer, yeah. So when you go on missions, you can actually take other heroes with you, and you can play
Yeah.
alongside them. So it does actually have co-op.
Yeah, so I
Um,
was always under the impression this was kind of Destiny-esque, Division-esque in the way it played.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
No, it's got a stronger single-player element to it, I would say, than Destiny.
Fair.
Because you don't have to do it. I suppose you
Yeah.
don't have to on Destiny, but it's
Highly encouraged.
with this. Yeah, I feel like you don't have to because the AI will just take the companions with you.
Oh,
You know,
cool.
that's fine. So, but I haven't played co-op with anyone, but it's working with other people, working with the AI. You know, it's fine. It's okay. It's nothing special, but it probably is pretty awesome to play multiplayer. I imagine because you're beating the shit out of people.
Yeah,
it's
well,
fun.
they do like combos or anything.
No, there's no it's not like Marvel Ultimate Alliance where you can do like combos. Yeah, like together.
Because that would be really cool.
Yeah. That would be
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, not that I know of. I don't think you can, but again, I haven't played co-op, but I'm pretty
So
sure you can.
I thought I'd look up on CD keys how much it is on PC,
Yeah,
but it's like £21. So sorry, man, I'm not gonna get it.
it was only 16 when I got it. Yeah,
I'm surprised this hasn't gone like free to play yet for some reason. I just thought it.
I
like,
feel
It
like
kind
it's
of
look
looks
going
like a free
through.
to play, doesn't it? It looks similar to that other Marvel one that's out. I can't remember what it's called. It's like Alliance something, isn't it?
Oh, Ultimate Alliance.
Alliance.
Yeah,
That's
not
not
free to play.
Free to play though.
Is it not?
Oh, there is another one, isn't there?
There's a
another
DC one. There's a DC like.
There is a Marvel one on mobile, I think.
Did I just mix up
which
DC
you're
and
thinking
Marvel? Oh god.
Not a true.
No, I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
no.
there is a Marvel game on phone or something that's similar.
All right.
Yeah, it's a bit more similar to Ultimate Alliance.
As a little
yeah.
asterisk to this topic, I really enjoyed the What If episode for this week, just
Okay,
because
I
it's related, and I
did not.
sounded like I hated it last time.
I didn't like this episode.
That's funny. We'll talk about that.
I watched it
Somewhere.
very intoxicated, so I don't feel like my opinion is valid yet.
And I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch them all together.
I assume we'll do a recap at some point. So yeah.
Yay!
What
Looking
if,
forward
what
to that.
We switch.
So going from you've given me a link though because going from
You're
one
welcome.
animated thing, Mark. I don't know what the fuck Mark's been watching. But
What the fuck have you been
it's
watching?
like some anime thing, and I've got no idea what it is. So take it away.
yeah, we're
Thank you,
not
thank you,
nerds.
thank you. So, something I've never really watched before is anime, unless you count the Indigo League Pokemon when you're growing up.
Oh yeah.
I suppose it technically is, but so
That's as anime. Pokemon. That's as anime as Dragon Ball Z. So
yeah. So for me,
Suck
it's
it.
part of the.
I've watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, and that doesn't count apparently. So
Oh.
that's kids program. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've never really watched anime, so for me, I wanted to do something new as part of this podcast. I think I played a lot of games, watched films that I might not have before. So I thought, why not?
Yeah.
I'll try out anime, see if I like it. So I wanted to find something that, not like a hipster, I don't want to be like niche, but I wanted to find something that wasn't.
I can't
Commonly
believe you
out
name
there.
something that no one's
Yeah.
heard of.
So obviously, there's big ones out there like Hero Academia or like, I
Yeah.
think the other ones, there's loads
One
out
Punch
there.
Man.
Yeah, there's absolutely loads
Yeah.
out there. But I chose one called The Devil is a Part-Timer.
Quite like that title.
So
Why do animes always have really long names and they always they kind of sound a bit obscure? Like they always have that. Is it because they like
They
translate?
all do.
Oh, yes, the
Yeah.
translator, because it's the Japanese
Yeah.
is Hataraku Mausama, which is essentially translates to Working Demon
Of course.
King, but it's a bit shorter in comparison to the English translation. So
The
it's
devil is a part timer.
Devil is a Part-Timer.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a blues song, doesn't it?
The name
Yeah, the
kind of
rest of
drew
it-
me in. I was like, okay, I'm going to go for that. So it's a light novel, manga, and it's a TV series. So I watched the TV series. 13 episodes, and it was created in 2013. And then earlier this year, they announced there's going to be a season 2. So 8 years of waiting for people that actually watch season 1. Bit of a wait. Essentially, the story's about Satan seeking to conquer this fictional world called Ente Isla. and he's
Cool.
confronted by a hero called Amelia, and basically he's forced to retreat, otherwise you probably get beaten. And he retreats through this like portal that takes him to modern day Japan and into the middle of Tokyo. So
Did he have a bigger hand?
he did not have a bigger hand, unfortunately.
Skeletor's portal.
Oh, right, yeah. I was like, what?
So what is he going on here?
I got it.
So Satan and his loyal servant kind of change form into like human. They change into like humans, and they have like no magic.
Humans.
And the only way they can gain their powers back is through money, which doesn't really make sense. I suppose power is money, I guess.
Sorry.
Bit of a reach.
Metaphors. Yeah.
So in order to survive and get back to Enter Isla, Satan takes a part-time job in the fast food restaurant named McRonald's.
I'm watching the show.
I'm just battling my screen.
Also across the road is an SFC, which if you are from the UK and you go to Asda, they do have like a knockoff bargain bucket that is called an SFC.
What's the stand for?
In the town that I
Southern
grew up
Fried
in, there was
Chicken.
a place called Chicken USA. And we always used to call it whatever you say chicken. I don't know why. USA chicken, whatever you say chicken. Yeah. There you go. That story for you.
Whatever you say, chicken.
Basically, all the episodes are kind of him doing his normal day job, kind of all the stuff that he does at his apartment, chilling out with his loyal servant, and then members of Enter Isla kind of come into the real world Japan and try and like take him down. So kind of all the power he's built up to that stage generally is them protecting himself and others against the people that come to try and kill him. But as it kind of carries on, there's levels of him protecting other people. So he's not like he's a real bad demon anymore. He's kind of protecting others, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Does he have the power of Big Mac?
There's a lot of funny stuff. I did enjoy it. I think I didn't like the fact that they came away from the comical side of things and they went a bit heavy with the love interest that was going on. So the hero whose parents she believed were killed by the devil, she started like fancying Satan himself. And then he also works with a 16-year-old at McDonald's, and there's like a love thing going on there. And they made her overly busty as well, and it was just it was unnecessarily sexualized, and I think that detracted from the story and the fun that had built up to that stage.
Yeah.
So, like,
That's
how is
weird,
the
isn't it?
animation itself then? Like,
I'm trying to think. I don't have really a basis to compare it to, but I think it looks very similar to kind of a lot of the big animes that
Looks
I've
like an
seen,
anime.
like Attack on Titan, kind of those sort of things that everyone watches. I don't have a basis, so
okay.
yeah, the story itself was really funny. I think the annoyance was it ended on Emmy just giving him an umbrella in the rain, and it just stops. Which the fact I know there's a season 2 now is fine, but I'm thinking in 2013 you're going season 2's coming soon, and then it's 8 years later.
That's brutal, isn't it?
It's like The Incredibles. It's like a film. How long did it take them to make
Are they
a film?
going to beat Mole Man?
How did you watch this? Is it on Netflix?
So this is on Japanese Netflix, so I used a VPN to watch this.
Okay.
And I believe they've put it on to... There's a site called Funimation that's just bought out Crunchyroll, which is like a big anime site, and you can watch it dubbed there. But I watched it.
I was going to say dubbed or subtitles.
I watched it with subtitles. Personally, that's how I prefer to watch these things.
That's how I would naturally anyway.
Yeah. Sometimes the the dub versions can just be like really poor.
I have heard the dub for this is meant to be very good in comparison to others.
That's cool.
So it might be worth a watch. I think
It sounds a bit more modern, so it's probably more likely to have a bit more.
Yeah.
I don't think dub's too bad on something like that.
Have you guys heard of that anime called Cowboy Bebop? I think.
Yeah, I've always wanted to watch that. It looks really cool.
Yeah, apparently
I love the
like
style of that.
Yeah. I think I watched like the first 1 or 2 episodes, but that's like one of the rare animes where I think the English dub is preferred over the Japanese. Probably
wow.
same as like Dragon Ball.
That's
Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Oh my god, Goku in the Japanese version.
Fuck no.
I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, what?
Does he sound really
It's
weird?
a woman. It does.
It's very just like high
Goku's voice.
pitched, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. A bit like me, yeah.
No, it's more than that.
Self-deprecation.
Are you going to watch any more animes, Mark?
I think I've heard a lot of good things about Attack on Titan, and that's meant to
I've
be...
always been vaguely interested. That seems to have a really cool concept, and I've just never actually gone in on it. I don't know why. I just never feel like watching animes, even though when I have watched them, I've actually quite enjoyed them.
Yeah, same.
Although someone did put on One Punch Man for me, and I could not get into that.
Just the character design, I can't get on board with that.
Nah.
Have you Death Note's a good one. If you can find Death Note, that's actually like really good.
Is
Akira's
the film
very
meant
good.
to be good as well?
What, the live action one?
Yeah.
No, I think it's meant to be quite bad, isn't it?
Not that I heard. Yeah, I think Willem Dafoe is he in that? Is it? I think
He's in the English one, but there's a Japanese one as well, isn't there? Live
Yeah.
action.
Oh, is there Japanese?
Yeah,
oh,
so
okay.
it
So
depends
maybe,
on which one you're talking about.
maybe the Japanese live action one's good.
The
then.
pretense on that sounds amazing.
It's actually really good. I watched it
That
when I
was
was
all
like
the
a
scene
teenager.
kids when we were in high school, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad I watched it. I think it's something I probably wouldn't have gone towards had we not got the podcast together and wanted to try something new. So,
Yeah, I reckon if you watch something else that's like readily available on like Netflix or something, I might give a couple of episodes a watch as well, just to kind of discuss it with you a bit more, because I feel a bit bad that we just kind of go, yeah, cool.
Yeah,
what you're
no.
describing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd,
Definitely.
definitely be willing to kind of, because it is something that I feel like I should probably watch a bit more of.
I'll be at homework.
Today you've got to watch an anime.
Yeah, that's a good idea actually. So, people, if you listen to us wherever you listen to us on, if you want to get on our Facebook, Instagram, email us, let us know which one we should watch.
That'd be good, yeah, because that's kind of what I need. I need a bit of guidance with the
A bit
anime.
of guidance. I just got no idea. It's so overwhelming because there's so much out there.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've only seen Dragon Ball Z, and that's kind of it, really. I've never even seen Avatar, so
Avatar
Not-
doesn't
not
even
the
count
film.
as one.
yeah. No, apparently not.
Is it American made?
It's American made, so it doesn't
Yeah.
actually technically
See,
count as one. I think it gets a pass,
Yeah, it's
but
pretty popular.
I don't think people normally consider it one.
Right,
No.
okay.
or mainstream, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I've got no idea how to segue to the next bit, so
I was
we're
thinking,
just
I
gonna
was
we're
Now
just
for
gonna
our
get
main
flying into it.
topic.
Yeah.
It's like a game show.
If you like bad segues, you'll like bad games.
Come on
Hey!
down.
Time for the knockout round.
I don't have any game show music on the soundboard. It'd be handy if I did.
I don't want to fuck my nose.
You
I've got
can
no
win
idea to
this
start with,
car.
really.
No, that's pop music. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is this our music
Copyright.
episode?
Jesus. So, obviously, we're talking about. We went away last week and we said, I think it's Mark's idea. I feel.
Oh shit, you're blaming me now. Great.
Yep.
I'll take it.
Always. It's Mark's idea for us to go away and play a game that's rated really badly online. And we've got a bit. I know what everyone's played. It's a bit of variety. I actually don't know what Addison's played, though. So,
you didn't guess it. Interesting.
No, I've got no idea what it is. So
Cool.
you may as well go first, I suppose.
Are we not doing order of Metacritic?
Oh, we could, I suppose. I can't remember what they are, though.
Metacritic.
Has anyone got it written down?
I think Sam.
Yeah,
then
Sam was
Sam's
the
was the highest.
Yeah.
Mine was the second highest.
Yeah.
I feel.
No,
Yeah,
it's,
so Sam.
it goes Sam, Addison, Matt, me.
Okay. Sam.
Yeah. All right.
It's you.
It's me. Yeah. So
It's you.
when Mark proposed this, I was kind of like, what? I just like I started up again through like the Nintendo eShop, and I think it was like goes against all of my like instincts to pick a shit Well, that sounds really like arrogant. I don't play shit games.
So why did you pick Metal Gear Solid then?
Well, I did pick a Metal Gear game because. Of
Did
course
you
I
choose
did.
the zombie one?
Yeah. I was like, what game would be offensive to
brilliant.
me personally? So it was kind of like it was a last minute decision because I first played Judge Dredd on the PlayStation, but through my Vita, and it was crap, but I just didn't know what to say about it. So Matt was kind of around on Sunday, and I was like, I think I want to play Metal Gear Survive, and then he got really excited about it. So I was like, let's fucking do it.
I said, let's do it because it's co-op. I said, let's fucking play some. Yeah.
Yeah. So we both did the kind of a bit of the tutorials separately, and then we had a little co-op sesh. But I'll quickly speak about like the kind of opening of it first, and then we'll dive into that. So the
I've got a little bit of audio that might help.
Okay, yeah.
It kind of explains what the zombies are.
Go for it.
All right. Okay.
The monsters you encountered are called Wanderers. I'll spare you the details, but they were once human like you and I, until they were infected by some unknown life form, which turned them into what you saw. And you were in a world destroyed by Wanderers. Welcome to Dite. It exists in a dimension separate from your own.
Fucking detail.
Cool.
Wait, do they call the zombies Wanderers?
Wanderers.
Yeah.
Just call them fucking
Which
zombies. Everything we talk about.
To
Riders, or whatever it
one?
was.
The Ridden.
The Ridden.
I hate the Ridden. That's awful. I'd prefer Wanderers to that.
Yeah, I was listening to our last episode today and was like, oh yeah, the Ridden. I was like, I guess Wanderers is better.
Wanderers is better than the Ridden. Yeah.
Why
Definitely.
Is it like a copyright thing? Is zombie like a copy?
Oh, I don't think it is.
I think
people
they just think
don't
it
wanna
sounds
do it.
cheesy.
Yeah.
I think that's all it is.
But
I
that's
love
what
in
they
Shaun
are.
of the Dead when Nick Frost's character goes, oh, "There's zombies out there," and Shaun was like, "Don't call them that." They probably like acknowledge it. Anyway, yeah. So that kind of explains it a bit. But the setup is that at the start of Metal Gear Solid 5, there's like a prologue mission where the kind of your main base gets destroyed, and this basically is when Snake gets away. Some of the soldiers that are left behind, like a wormhole just opens up in the sky.
Fucking hell, yeah.
You're laughing like it's ridiculous, but that sounds about right.
No, hold on.
No, it's too far for
This is
Metal
too
Gear.
far. Like Metal Gear is fucking surreal and fucking weird, but somehow when this wormhole opens, I was like, what the fuck? There was a part, and I think they were going for comedy, and it did kind of make me laugh. But it was like literally when they're all getting sucked through the wormhole, and there's like two people reaching for each other, and then like a cardboard box just smacks one of them in the face.
Oh yeah, that's comedy. Yeah, definitely.
I was like, that's actually pretty good.
yeah, that's pretty funny.
But
Very Metal Gear.
yeah, definitely. But it's just like, I think it's the concept of the game which I hate more than the actual game itself.
Yeah.
Is the gameplay good? Because I really liked Metal Gear Solid 5's gameplay.
So it uses that engine. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Uses the Fox engine, but
It's not quite as smooth.
yeah, it just feels clunky. Some of the animations, just like there's one which when Matt and I were playing, you know, you'd kind of like run at one of these wanderers, and one of the first things you get is like a spear that you kind of build, and you'd kind of like
You can
attack
poke
them.
them through fences, right? Because
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing
Yeah,
gameplay
yeah.
videos.
Yeah, you put a fence. That's like a barrier. But the one when you like run at them and hit like the attack button, your character just goes fucking flying,
It does.
Like-
yeah.
actually flying, and it's like if you miss your target, you're fucking like across the map. Like it's fucking nuts.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah. But I think like you create your own character, and they do the whole thing. I hate when they do this in games where like there's games when you create your own character and then your character just doesn't speak. Like they just don't give your character dialogue.
Is it Metal Gear Solid 5 where you
It's just a
create
couple
a character and then you just look like the normal Solid Snake guy?
Yeah.
Snake.
They've gone, fuck
Yeah.
your
It plays-
character.
It plays
That's
until
kind of That's
It
also
ties
more
into the
for
end.
the online thing.
No,
as well, that one.
I know what the ending is and
Yeah.
what it ties into, but that's still fucking stupid.
I remember when that happened. I was like, "Why am I still Snake?" 'Cause
Yeah.
it just like doesn't explain it. It just lets you like carry on.
I think it's more for the online thing, that one, isn't it? Where you can, that's your character.
I didn't realise it
online.
had online, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that avatar did carry over
Mm.
to the online. But
And this character, he does have some lines. It's like,
yeah, whoa, ow. And the worst part is like you pick your character's kind of voice. So you get like 5 options.
yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, there'll be like a voice performance here. But there's a bit of dialogue where it's like typical dialogue for this kind of situation where the guy's like, I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but just listen to me. Just so they can just... I was like, fuck off.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, like I said, the game was just announced at like the worst time possible because it was like after the Konami Kojima fallout, you know, they'd really fucked him over when they started taking his name off Metal Gear Solid 5, and then it was like, oh, well, what's Metal Gear going to become? And then they announced a fucking zombie survival game. I think it was just like, if the game came out and it was just called Survive, I'd probably be a lot more tame on it.
So that's my thought on it. I went to play it as not a Metal Gear Solid game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I never thought when I'm playing it, I thought, no, this is totally different from Metal Gear Solid. I don't want to connect those things together because it's just pointless. You don't need to. And I think once you go towards it with that mindset, the gameplay is actually, well, for me, I really enjoyed the gameplay.
Yeah,
because it's a good survival game in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into survival games, it definitely has like the usual mechanics you got in there. You know, like food, water, stamina. Oh, that's something actually. So Matt and I were playing, and there were like so many times where like, you know, one of us would get knocked down, and then, you know, you can pick each other back up, a bit like you can do in like Call of Duty, stuff like that. But say if we were like quite separated, I'd be like, all right, I'm coming, and my character would run like 2 meters and then run out of breath and just stop and be like,
I'm assuming
That's so realistic. Don't lie.
yeah, I mean, I'd probably do like a meter and that'd be enough. But I was like, how the fuck were you recruited by Snake?
That's true, yeah. But I'm guessing you can upgrade your character with stuff, so I'm guessing that's probably going to be part of it. The one thing I did think was really jarring is when we went to play co-op, we were still both in the tutorial at this stage when we went to co-op.
Yeah.
You go into co-op, it doesn't give you any more stuff than you've already unlocked. So I literally did, the whole time we were playing co-op, all I had was a spear. Never had a gun. Never had a machete, which somehow Sam managed to get a machete.
So I don't know how. But then,
I literally had a spear, and that was it. I had to upgrade the spear to make it useful. Yeah.
Right at the end of the night, I've never heard Matt get so excited when he was able to craft a bow and arrow. He was like, oh my god!
Literally, the last thing I did was craft a bow and arrow, and I kept shooting Sam with it.
I was like, fuck off. He was like, this is the best game ever.
Yeah, but I think the problem with that, to be honest, the game shouldn't have let us play co-op until we'd unlocked guns or something, because we were playing it and you couldn't even do the co-op missions because there's like separate co-op missions to the game. They're like scavenger missions.
That's actually ridiculous.
Yeah, it kind of. I think again, it could be co-op campaign. It would probably play really nicely if it was co-op campaign, but no, they're like scavenger missions, and because it let us do it at such an early stage, it was so fucking hard. You just couldn't fight them.
Oh my god!
I literally couldn't kill zombies.
Yeah, we were like putting up these fences, and it was funny because we were just kind of like, you know, the the logical idea would be kind of like put them around the base that you're defending, but we were just kind of chucking them up in the middle.
Yeah, they would just go for it. Yeah,
just to like have some form of defense.
Yeah,
I was like, maybe we should like construct this better because they tried to attack. It's called like a wormhole digger.
Right.
I don't know what but and you've got to like defend that. And there was one point you get these cardboard fences, but they have a special ability that when the wanderers hit them, it like makes them veer off in another direction. So I had a theory that I could build a square around the wormhole digger, and they would just keep going around. but they just like broke it down in like 2 hits.
It kind of it was up for a while. Yeah.
There was
you get
like a
enough
small
in there,
gap.
you get like a Wanderer wormhole.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's probably it lasted. It wasn't too bad. And then one of them got through like a small gap, and my plan failed.
Yeah.
But
I really enjoyed it.
I think Matt
yeah.
enjoyed it. Yeah.
What's the Metacritic on this one?
Yeah.
It's like 60 something, isn't it? 50.
Yeah, I think the lowest I found was for PC. The review score was like about 53. I think is the lowest I came across. But then it's the user score, which was like 1.4, and I can guarantee that's review bombing. I probably did one of those myself. Not gonna lie.
Son of a bitch.
Review bombed the shit out of this game.
You call yourself a Metal Gear Solid fan?
You gotta love all of them.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I enjoyed it more than
it's-
MGS3.
Fuck off, no.
Did you
No.
actually? That's hilarious.
I enjoyed the gameplay more. Yeah. The
Oh my
story is.
God.
I just ignore the story on this one. But
All right, let's move on.
There's gonna be a fight now.
But yeah, Addison says on one of the other podcasts, doesn't he? He said he wants an MGS5 game. Here you go. This is it.
Yeah.
My advice is if you do play it, don't think of it as an MGS game.
Even though it's called an MGS game.
And also hashtag fuck Konami. So.
Yeah, that's kind of bullshit.
Bringing that back.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start mine off with a little quiz for you all.
Oh god.
Ooh, okay.
So, what do you think the worst part of the Mass Effect games is? There's 5 questions, by the way.
I didn't realise I had to study for this. Fuck.
That's fine. If you don't know, just say don't know.
I don't want to say it wrong. I think
Shepherd.
probably
No.
the face animations.
And,
We'll take that.
that's not the worst
What's the
thing
worst
about
part of Bioshock?
None of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's the worst part of Fallout 3 or 4?
it. The company it's owned by.
I'm so scared.
Okay. What's the worst part of Deus Ex?
Deus Ex is great.
Yeah, sure, but there's a bad bit.
I can't think of it.
I don't know.
Can you get like a fucking metal dong or something?
That sounds more like Cyberpunk.
And the last question is, what is the worst part of Prey 2016?
Oh, I was kind of hoping you were going to say Cyberpunk.
I haven't played it. So. Okay.
Prey is awesome.
Cyberpunk could be in this, I suppose.
Character creation.
Wrong.
there isn't
All
that.
your answers are wrong. It's hacking. I played a hacking mini game, basically.
Oh, right, okay. Oh yeah.
And the
That is
game
pretty
was
bad in Mass Effect actually. Yeah.
Dead Space Ignition.
Space
Oh my
Which is
Ignition.
God.
a spin-off of the Dead Space
Oh, Dead
series.
Space. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And you basically spend the whole thing playing hacking mini games,
What?
which are the worst part of any video game that you've played.
That is true. Actually.
Yeah, now you've said that, I'm like, Bioshock, fuck, I hate that.
Yep.
Yeah. Cyberpunk. Oh, we didn't say it, but yeah, that was one of the worst parts of Cyberpunk as well.
I can't even remember what the hacking was like in that game. I honestly
No one
can't.
can. No one can.
No. That's the least memorable thing. Yeah.
Suppressed.
That's why we couldn't remember what it was in the other games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is not one type of hacking in
Do
this
you know,
game. There are
I
3
actually-
types.
Oh god. I actually quite like the hacking in Fallout.
Yeah, of course you do.
I was
Could you
actually,
actually-
I was going to caveat that
Right.
with actually the one in Fallout isn't that bad.
No, it's
It
great.
was just
You've
a
got to
list
think
I
about
got
it a
off the
bit more
internet, so.
with Fallout. I feel like you've got to figure out what layers are where in
Yeah.
Fallout, and I quite like
I'll
that.
I'll give Fallout a pass.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling Matt's gonna like something about each of our games.
Probably, yeah.
I'm feeling very positive today.
So there is a loose story to this, but Matt, would you like to play the clip? Because
Oh, yeah.
the quality of acting is something to be desired.
Ooh, I'm
This
excited.
is the first thing you hear in the game.
Gotcha. You see, that wasn't so hard.
That's what she said.
Careful, Officer Anderson. I might report you for sexual harassment.
Oh my god!
That's the first lines.
Sets the tone.
But the first
Yeah.
lines.
Yep.
Jesus. Sounds like
It's
Mark
like
wrote it.
open to a porno, isn't it?
I'll be honest, there's not much more to say on this game because it took an hour and 4 minutes to complete. There are only 3 types of games which get slightly harder the further you go in, but you can kind of brute force most of them.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So I should probably also say that I decided to choose this based on the worst rated game on Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass. It's on the EA thing, isn't it? Yeah.
It might be part of that.
I guess
they
it
kind
is.
of link, don't they?
Yeah. Well,
so
that's
this
supposed
was
to EA.
35 on Metacritic.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Is, like, I think quite generous, to be honest, because it is just a boring mobile game, basically. The animation is weird. It's like drawings that have been like manipulated in like Photoshop. So
I know that.
Warp a bit odd.
I can picture that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
So you spent an hour
kind of like they
hacking,
just
basically.
like drag it on like After Effects.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I spent an hour hacking, and honestly, there's not much to say. I can't imagine it adds anything. I think this was just before 2 came out or something, and I got to the end and it said, "Oh, you can unlock your reward in Dead Space 2." I was like, "I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to play that."
So does it have like a story to it at all?
Yeah,
there is a story. I wouldn't say it's interesting or anything. It's just really generic, and who gives a shit?
So they wouldn't put you on them Hollywood movies, would they? Because the hackers do it in 3 minutes. You did it in an hour and 4.
I did like 25 in an hour. Thank you very much.
Where you like just like doing a lot of the kind of keyboard tapping, just like.
It's got one hand free.
I can try and describe the 3 games, but they're not particularly. One, you've got to race like little nodes to the end of a little course. One, you've got to turn tiles and shoot them into like the end. Kind of like a bubble shooter, but a bit weird. No, it's not good. And then another one, you've got to like connect. It's a bit like the Bioshock one. You got to connect like one bit to an output.
Oh,
and then
the Bioshock one's actually not that bad because there is actually a video game that is that where you have to like
hard disagree, but okay.
You have to get water through the pipes, don't you? That's what it is.
Yeah.
There one in that Spider-Man game as well for PS4. There was like a hacking thing in that, wasn't there? A mini game.
Was
it hacking or
No,
like,
it was the
something like
genome
chemistry?
thing, wasn't it? So you had to link them up.
Oh, yeah.
Was
that
it the
pretty
worst
bad.
part of that game?
Yeah, it
Yeah, it
was.
was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I was like, oh fuck's sake.
Fuck this. Yeah.
I want to just be Spider-Man. I don't want to be this lab person.
Yeah.
Parker.
So I wouldn't recommend this, obviously.
Okay. Yeah. Well, fair enough. Yeah. Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
It's weird
So
how
give it a
these are
go.
both
It's free on
linked.
Game Pass.
These are both linked to big games, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was quite surprised
yeah.
that it was. I was a bit bummed out because the next one up was that Hello Neighbor one, which also looks shite.
Oh, me and Sam have played that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck,
I
that is-
thought about just kind of skipping the Dead Space one, but then I was like, no, that's just kind of defeating the point, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, Hello
Yeah.
Neighbor, like, is legit
just
one of
couldn't
the
work
hardest
out-
games.
We
Hardest.
couldn't work out what to do. Yeah.
It's so
literally-
obscure.
I had
Yeah.
some bloke in game when we were. You know what? It was in Colchester when I was visiting you once, Mark. We went into game, and
Secret
the
lives.
dude came up to me, and that's the one time I've tried to be upsold in game, and he was like, "Play this. It's like Alien." I was like, "That sounds
Fuck
cool."
off! Like Alien. Fuck's sake.
He gave it to me. I was like, "This looks."
Hello,
Hello,
Neighbor.
neighbor. Just like Alien Isolation.
I've got no idea why you're trying to sell me it.
Obviously,
fucking
they get
motion
fuck ton
detector.
of copies in the back. That's why. Like, get them
That's the
shit.
thing. Yeah,
Bullshit.
I didn't even know
people.
it
Give
was.
to 'em.
I didn't even know they did a physical one.
exactly. It's like I didn't even know it had a physical copy.
Oh, you bought this
Maybe
£5 game? Here you go,
yeeted that.
Hello Neighbour. Have that too.
There's a sequel to that now, isn't there? There's
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
two
there's a few
sequels.
spin-offs.
Yeah.
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 God, yeah.
I think it was a big Twitch
Yeah.
one, wasn't it, or something?
I feel like we've got
it
its
was a
fan
big
base.
YouTube,
Yeah.
Twitch game. Yeah. I mean, it's probably alright, but just couldn't work out what the hell you do.
So
It's just so obscure.
Well,
Yeah.
you got to kill the alien.
There's no alien.
That's what you think.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So 35 on Metacritic. So I can't say that fucking word, you know.
Metacritic.
Teenage Ninja Newton Moodles.
Even out.
Play the cricket noise. Should we have competition?
I can hear the crickets after that.
You
Jesus.
saying that has made the cricket noise. Yeah.
Yeah, someone put cricket noises
Go on,
in.
Matt. Take over.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. So you've talked about games that are linked to big franchises, I guess. I'm talking about a game that's linked to a TV show.
Ooh.
And it's not the one that I played earlier.
Oh, right.
Oh my god.
What is this? How am I going to go in? All right.
I'm talking about... I'm going to see if you can figure it out, actually.
Groundskeeper Willie versus Homer Simpson.
You'll feel like you've been wrestling wolves when you finish
It's like
fighting
a
Willie.
fighting wrestling
I'm
one,
Homer
isn't
the Macho Man Simpson, and I'm gonna eat you alive.
The fucking sound effects.
It's such a long clip.
I've actually played this. This is the Simpsons
Is this a
Backcast
wrestling
Yeah.
one.
Simpsons Wrestling. Yeah. I've got a lot of nostalgia for this game because I had it on PS1. It's quite an old
It's
game.
a PS1 game. Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's a PS1 game, but holy shit, I think it's amazing. But it's not got a very good Metacritic rating. It's got like 32%. Yeah.
Matt, you've literally gone against what this whole thing was meant to be.
He did the same thing in the B-movie one. He chose Slenderman.
Slenderman.
Slender.
Paul Slenderman.
Slenderman.
Thomas, you've given me something. You want me to review something that's really bad, and I love stuff that's really bad.
So it's like, so I watched
Every
Terminator
week where we
Salvation.
do something good is Matt's this episode.
I watched Sherlock Holmes 2.
Best film ever.
Great film.
That moment would never leave my memories.
That and like the
embarrassing.
Clash of the Titans one.
Yeah. I had a real Sam Worthington thing at one point.
You really
That's
did.
right.
He was your favourite actor. You said that.
Oh.
I'm cutting this.
No.
Yeah, so I played Simpsons Wrestling. I thought I'd revisit it because I remember playing it when I was a kid on the PS1, and I had like all the characters unlocked, I swear. But I don't know if it's through cheats or playing the game. It was probably cheats. Have any of you guys played it? I think Mark, you said you
have.
played it, didn't you?
I
Yeah.
I haven't.
Because I do remember when you
It's-
bounce off the ropes, you just keep bouncing.
You do, yeah. You just keep going, yeah. And you can do this thing where you sort of Mario bounce on people's heads, and you
Oh
can
my
keep
God.
doing it. You can keep doing it like infinitely, basically. But it's just like a fighting, like top down. Not even top down. It's like an angled top down
Isometric.
wrestling game. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just control one of the characters. It's 2-player as well. You can play 2-player.
How many characters are there?
There's quite a few. I think it's like 20 or something.
Okay.
Maybe not that much. That's probably
Because they went
generous.
through a real period, didn't they? Of Simpsons like skateboarding, Simpsons road rage.
They did, because this
They
was kind
hit,
of the
they hit
time
a
when
peak with Hit and Run.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
well,
phenomenal.
They
Yeah.
need to remaster that. Oh my god. Or remake
Well,
it.
you
Did you
say
see someone
that.
has?
Someone
And it
has. They've
got
actually
pulled
remastered it in the
today, I
Unreal
think.
Engine 5. I did
Literally
it, Dan.
today.
Yeah, today they've got it was pulled off because they're putting demos out, and then obviously whoever's behind the team for it removed it.
I wish companies would be like, "You've made a great project. Can we buy it off you?" Yeah.
I know.
Half the time the problem is licenses though, especially with stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's why they
yeah.
can't sell it.
Especially that old game. Yeah. This has got you get 16 characters you can unlock altogether.
Okay.
So it's basically like Super Smash Bros.
Sounds it.
I mean, there's not much to say about it. It's pretty basic. You press. There's like 3 buttons you can press to fight people, and then there's like a grab button, and then there's like a jump button. That's kind of it. Yeah,
So,
but-
like,
is this better than the WWE 2K games they were making?
oh yeah.
oh no.
No.
No. This is it's not. I don't know if this was ever like 40 quid or whatever a PS1 game was. I can't actually remember, but
What?
I think like 30 quid, weren't they? But it's not really much of a game. It's more like a mini game, a bit like your Dead
Right.
Space one. Yeah. It's just like you just do rounds of wrestling and that's it.
Yeah.
The combat's okay. It's all right. There's nothing special, but it's just have a laugh, play a bit of wrestling. Yeah.
What's the graphics like? Is it like kind of like 3D, or do they go like 2D to make it look more like that?
Is it cell?
No,
is it
it's-
cell shaded?
I don't actually know, but I think it is cel shaded actually. Yeah, but it's 3D. Yeah, it's totally 3D.
Okay.
It
Like
looks
it'd be better
pretty
if it was,
awful.
like 2D actually.
It
Like
kind of looks a bit like the South Park PS1 game. sort of graphics wise.
Oh, that was a great game.
It was a great game. Yeah.
Throw snowballs at each other.
Yeah.
Because I'm surprised with all the rip-offs they were doing I say rip-offs, they were copying a lot of things like Road Rage. So they never did like a Punch-Out. That could have been like
yeah.
Maybe they thought it was too similar.
just Homers and boxing gloves.
What year did this come out?
2001, I think it was.
Oh, so this is like peak
So it's-
WWE sort of.
Yeah, totally. When it was Hit and Run, that was pretty. It was
That
close
was like
to this, I think, wasn't it?
2004, maybe.
Yeah,
I think
Because I'm
2001
pretty
would have
sure
been WWF, wouldn't it? Before they
Yeah,
changed
probably
it because of
would've
the
Oh yeah, because they used to be that, didn't they? Yeah, I used to love those games.
had to change it
So
because of
good.
the name. They didn't want pandas thinking they're wrestling.
Yeah. So
I
Hit and Run
think
came out
it-
in 2003.
Yeah. Was that the last one before they did the one that was kind of tied in with the movie?
Jeez, you got all the questions, haven't you? Fucking hell.
It's almost like a
Right.
topic.
I've got no fucking idea.
Just let you talk to yourself then.
Sorry for trying
Sorry,
to
I
add
thought
more
you
to
would
your topic.
engagement.
There's not much to it. It's a wrestling game. That's it.
Hence why I'm asking questions.
No, this was not.
He's like, fucking hell, stop shining a fucking light in my eye.
There's fucking tons of Simpsons games. There's one literally called The Simpsons. Simpsons Wrestling was like in the middle of the bunch. It's got Road Rage was after it, then Simpsons Skateboarding, then Road Rage again. Road Rage on the Game Boy Advance. Holy hell. Then Hit and Run came out. And then they didn't have any games come out till 2007, which is the Simpsons game, which I'm guessing is probably to go along with the film.
Oh, it's almost like
I
that's
think
what I
that
said.
one.
Yeah.
That's the cell
I think
shaded
that one
one.
performed really badly.
It did perform badly, didn't it? Yeah.
So shady, though.
It is cel shaded, yeah. God's sake. But yeah,
So what was the Metacritic on it, Matt?
32%.
32%.
So it's pretty low. I don't know why. It's a great game. I don't know what's wrong with it. You know, it's a masterpiece. As good as Metal Gear Survive.
For fuck's sake.
Now I can see what people's issues with it. It's not much of a game. You know, you just button bash. It's more of a mini game. I will say that.
Do you think nostalgia is blinding you here with this game?
No.
Did you replay this this week?
I did. Yeah, I did
Okay.
replay it.
You're not basing it on memory.
No. I actually did enjoy playing it again. Do you know, I started playing it, I thought, this is shit. And I played like a couple of rounds, I was like, I can actually get into this.
Did a choke slam, and that was it.
Yeah. Oh, I wish you could do a choke slam. Yeah.
Can't do that.
No. You can grab people. You can grab with Groundskeeper Willie. You can grab people with your rake, and you can like slam them on against the ground and everything.
That was like it was innuendo. Groundskeeper Willie. You can grab his rake.
It's a shame he hasn't got a hoe.
Shall I take over the worst rated game of the list? Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear what this is.
So,
give us it.
Matt, can you play my soundbite, please?
Good morning, Angels.
Good morning, Charlie.
As you've seen, the head of the FBI is at a loss. The president himself has requested our help. Bosley?
A giant cargo ship was spotted off the Easter Island coast. It's currently on stopover in Los Angeles. Now, we should check it out.
Break it down, Boz. How do we get aboard?
In order to approach it without drawing too much attention, you girls will sign up for the Miss Bikini contest on the beach.
That ought to keep the sailors occupied.
Fucking hell, of course. Fuck's sake. Yeah.
So, I had Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's
Yeah.
Angels. So
Annoyingly, we kept this secret, and annoyingly, I accidentally played this clip before we started recording.
I still hadn't guessed it was Mark's game. You guys played it cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this game came out in 2003. And it is a combination of the first film and the second film, of which the second film came out in 2003 as well.
Okay. I actually quite like those films. Just putting that out there.
First one, not too bad.
Sorry.
I can't remember the second one.
I can't remember.
One's fine.
No.
If you like the first one, you'll probably
Isn't
like
there
the second one.
there's the skin guy, isn't there? Is that...
Pretty sure that's Goldmember.
Let's go with
No.
There's the guy who likes the hair.
I swear there's a guy who likes... Oh, it's hair, isn't it? Yeah, not
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah.
Who is
I always
Kristen
remember
Glover.
in the first
Yeah.
film, there's always that bit when Drew Barrymore's like, I'm going to kick your asses and then moonwalk out here. And then she just doesn't moonwalk. She does this weird backwards walk. And it's like, that's not what a moonwalk is.
I wonder how many takes it took to do that.
They're like, fuck it, she can't do it. Just
fuck it. Yeah.
They were going to redub the line, but then they just forgot.
Oh, did they? Oh, amazing.
So the game starts with a bikini contest.
Oh, it starts with that. Okay,
Yep.
Go straight into it.
And
Jesus Christ, it sounds as bad as Addison's game.
the character models go from being like relatively okay to just what the fuck am I looking at pixels? It's disgusting. The moment you get off the stage, everyone wants to fight you. I don't know why. There's no story build up to it. It's just everyone wants to fight you. And what's fucking mental and what's done my head in the whole time is because it's literally the same repetitive shit the whole time for the whole 3 hours of playing this. Oh my god. So each character that you're beating up has a name. And they have like a health bar at the bottom corner, and then you get points that don't relate to anything in the top corner.
Okay.
It's just stressing me out talking about it.
How long did you play this for?
I completed it, so 3 hours.
Oh, right, okay.
I completed it.
So-
Holy shit!
Breathe, Mark. It's okay. We can get through this together. So, Matt, could you play my second soundbite so the guys can hear exactly what it sounds like for every single combat? So as you would have heard, it's just constant like punch, like it's a weird groan, and it's every like 3 punches that she does, and each character
like your,
does the exact same
noise
thing.
that you make.
Punch. Oh yeah.
So
it is a bit like that. It's horrible.
The first section is your Cameron Diaz's character in a bikini, and she beats up people, and then opens a section with her Sony Ericsson phone, like you know the old school black and white one back in the day. And then it opens up for Lucy Liu's character, and she's in a bikini for no reason because she's not even in the bikini contest. So why the fuck is she wearing a bikini at this point in this other stage? She's not even on the beach. She's in a warehouse.
Oh fuck! I don't know.
What, you guys don't wear bikinis at warehouse?
What warehouse have you worked in?
And then, and then we get to Drew Barrymore's character, and she's also in a bikini. It's like, okay. And there's a section where Lucy Liu's got to get up a ladder, and it generally is 30 seconds up the ladder of just zoomed in on her ass. Like this pixelated ass.
For God's sake.
fucking awesome.
Fucking stupid, isn't
It's
it?
just, oh my god. Oh,
That's bad,
also, the reason why there's a bikini contest going on is because someone has stolen all these things from around the world, all these like significant.
Is it their clothes?
So they've stolen.
Is that why they're all in bikinis?
That would make more fucking sense. Jesus.
Yeah.
They've stolen the Statue of Liberty, and they've stolen. They've also stolen the Arc de Triomphe.
Nice.
Do they call it that?
Worst. And the worst thing is, it's like it says America is orphan as well on these newspaper reels that come out.
Is orphan?
America.
What?
It says American. It says that America is an orphan. It says America is orphan.
I don't understand that sentence.
Neither do I.
Mother liberty.
Yeah, even with the is an orphan.
Yeah, what does that meant to say?
The parent? What?
Yeah, is it like the mother of America? Is that
I assume
or is
so.
America a character?
No, America is not a character. That would make way
America
more sense.
Ferrera.
I don't think they've thought about it that much. Jesus. Yeah.
So the whole 3 hours was literally the same fight scene. Maybe they had different clothes on, split between a small little clip of them talking cinematics. There's about 12 minutes in total of this whole 3 hours that was cinematics.
So did you YouTube the whole thing?
What, all of them? No, I played through it and they each came up, and it's just for the clip that I sent to Matt. That's how I know the 12 minutes. So they had the actual likeness and voices for Drew Barrymore, Cameron Diaz, and Lucy Liu.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
Which means they would have spent a shit ton
But no
on
Bill
this.
Murray.
But no Bill Murray, no.
That's a shame.
What's
Any Shia LaBeouf?
No.
No.
That's all
Who's
they
in
had.
it?
Glover? Did he scream? Yeah, he did. Yeah.
It was literally
Is that the guy who gets into like the ship
Sorry?
exhaust thing? Is that Crispin Glover? Who the fuck is Crispin?
He's the one who likes the hair. Yeah, he likes the hair.
Oh, from Back to the Future. Who's the he was like a comedian at the time.
Oh, Tom Green.
Yeah. That's right.
Tom Green in it?
No.
I know too much about this film, apparently.
Really? You've only watched it yesterday.
This is a guilty pleasure one.
It's not guilty. Those films are good.
Yeah, so this was meant to have come out on Xbox, Game Boy, a few other titles, and it was so badly received on PlayStation 2 and GameCube that they pulled it.
Wow.
Oh
really?
my god. It's like a Cyberpunk of its day.
Cyberpunk of its day, yeah.
It just absolutely flopped. Over the 3 hours of just the same repetitive bullshit, when you get to the end, the person that's stolen the Statue of Liberty, the way you capture him is by knocking off the flame from Statue of Liberty's hand, and it drops down, and it's conveniently got a cage on the top, and it captures him.
Fantastic.
And it's like, well done, angels, and that's it. End.
Isn't that a plot point in Despicable Me? Doesn't he steal some like landmarks like that?
X-Men.
Oh, that Pyramids of Giza, didn't he?
X-Men.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did you say X-Men, Matt? There's a big...
Yeah, and they use it as like a...
I don't think he steals it, he's just...
What do they use
That's the high point they use, isn't it, in that?
They go inside the... They go inside the torch, though, don't they?
Yeah. Do you remember that trailer shot back in the day for the first X-Men film
when he goes round it,
catches on there. He uses claws to stay.
It really annoys me because it falls in like one piece when it should be like 4.
Yeah, so that was a Metacritic rating of 23%, and it sits in, I think, a lot of people's top 25 worst games of all time.
Well, it sounds like it deserves it.
Yeah, that just genuinely sounds really bad.
Horrific.
Very, misogynistic.
Oh sure. yeah.
So yeah, I'm not returning that disc. I've thrown it in the bin already.
He's thrown it in the bin. Yeah. You actually bought it, Jesus.
Did you throw up in the air and then do like a slow-mo kick into the bin?
Just like Charlie's.
No, what I did is I walked out to the bin, put it in the bin, and then I walked backwards.
But cool, did you do it in a bikini?
Mean walked out of there, yeah.
Surprisingly, I didn't do it in a bikini.
That's a shame.
I feel like you should have played it in that.
That should be the Instagram post.
Yeah. Oh my god, yes, that's going to be amazing. I got way too excited about that.
You really did?
Oh yeah.
Fuck me.
Alright, none of that.
If we haven't upset you enough, then let's upset you some more. We're going to talk about franchises that are good, what's considered good, I guess.
Popular.
Pet peeves, yeah.
Yeah, controversial opinions.
Yeah. Has anyone got like a good one?
I've got a good one.
Very positive today, and I don't actually hate any franchises.
Oh, fuck off, Matt.
Oh my god, Matt.
With your positive vibes.
I love everything. I even love Kong vs. Godzilla. I didn't hate that. I didn't mean it. Piss off.
Take it back.
I'm interested to hear Addison's. I've got an idea of one, but yeah, I want to hear what you say
first.
Do you think it is? Yeah. It's not Pokemon, is it? No, okay.
It's not.
I actually know what this is, so I'm not going to say it. I'm not saying
it has been mentioned today. It is Super Smash Bros.
You son of a bitch.
I thought you were going to go for Metal Solid. I was ready to leave.
No, I like Metal. I don't know why you think I don't like Metal Gear Solid. I take the piss out of it, but I enjoyed the 5th one.
If you play Metal Gear Survive, you might hate Metal Gear Solid.
Maybe. No, it is Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
I inherently
you do hate that.
I inherently don't particularly like fighting games as is, and whenever I've tried to play Super Smash Bros, it is just I can't control it. It is definitely me being shit at it that is like the driving force behind this. But I just I hate it. I bought the one on Switch just to give it a go because I remember playing it with you guys at uni, and you guys were good, and I was really bad at it. So I thought, all right, I'll play it by myself, and I sold it in like a week because I hate it. It's just not for me. I just don't like it.
But because one of my favourite uni memories is us guys playing. Sorry, Mark. Playing
it's not a lie anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that, even though it's basically the same game. I don't know why, but it just either like you guys were shit enough that I could get like a little bit of a handle on it.
We were equally shit.
Yeah,
I
think that might be what it was.
Yeah,
but Smash Bros. I truly I've never got on with it, and I don't.
That's so strange though, because they are very similar games.
They were basically the same game. I remember that.
Maybe it's. Do you think you like PlayStation characters more? Maybe. Do you think that was kind of
potentially, but I wouldn't say I like them more. I was more of an Xbox kid growing up. We did have PlayStation 1 and 2, but anything after that, which is what most of the characters on that game were, they were PS3 characters.
Yeah.
Most of which I hadn't played at that point.
I actually had to stop playing the latest Smash Bros. Online because it fucking made me very toxic. Like, I like to consider myself pretty good at the game, so every time I'd lose, I would fucking rage. Like, there's a time when my wife had to come down and tell me to be quiet, and she was like, "Sam, it's just a game," and I was like, "It's not just a game. This means something to me." And then after that, I was like, "Yeah, maybe I should stop."
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong here.
Yeah.
That's mine.
I really liked the game. I've always loved Super Smash Bros. Like since it was on Nintendo 64, but fucking Sam, I cannot beat Sam.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's because I didn't grow up with it. Like I never had a Nintendo growing up aside from like a Game Boy.
I didn't have a 64, but
the first Nintendo I had was
the
Switch. Our family had a Wii, but I never played it.
This is the Wii pun. Just always
What a stupid name.
Cool. All right. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Should I follow him up?
Okay. Sure, go for it.
What can I say that's going to piss everyone off? For me, the franchise that I can't stand is Assassin's Creed.
Okay, yeah.
I'm with you. I'm kind of with you there.
It's just the same shit mechanics in every fucking game.
Yeah, I really liked the first two, then dropped off it, and then whenever I've tried to pick another one up, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, I played I remember playing a bit the second one, which is often
I think that's meant to be the highest point, isn't it?
Yeah, and that was like pretty good. But then I played the Egyptian one, which I want to say is Origins.
So that was like the semi-reboot one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was the one where they changed the gameplay quite a lot.
Yeah, they made it more open world, didn't they?
Yeah.
RPG.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, so they made it.
So I haven't actually played any of these ones.
I've played Origins. Yeah. It's alright.
Mark, which ones have you played then, or tried to play?
I've played quite a lot of them. To be fair, I played first one. Second one in Venice. Brotherhood 3.
Yeah, so those were
and
the
then
spin-off ones as well.
The recent ones, I'm going to sell my fiance out here and just say that she gets stuck on certain bits, so I have to help her. And I fucking hate it. With the 5 minutes I play it, then I hate it. So Origins or whatever the most recent one is.
Oh no, cat then.
Most recent one's Valhalla, but it's Odyssey.
Yeah, not for me. I could leave the whole franchise.
I've never been into the whole mod when they switch to the modern day. The whole what the fucking machine's called.
Yeah, I never liked the Animus.
The Animus.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of those either. I have been interested in playing these new ones. I guess it's a trilogy at this point because they've got Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. I think you just said, Matt.
Yeah.
Which I think they all look good by themselves, but I just have not cared enough to actually go in on any of them.
I played Origins from start to finish, and I do kind of regret the time.
I'm Matt. I like everything.
No. I actually regretted the time I put into it because it was a bit eh.
Yeah, they look quite long.
I don't know why I did it.
How many hours?
Yeah, it took 40 hours, I think.
Yeah, it's too long.
Probably,
I think, for those sort of
games. that was just like a waste of time. I don't know why I did it. Don't know why I did it to myself.
Why?
I didn't do the other games. I was going to, but I was so Assassin's Creeded out that I didn't even bother going to the next one.
No, that's fair. So you didn't piss anyone off there, Mark?
No, I'll take it.
Our viewers he might have done, but
yeah, maybe.
Well, listeners. I keep calling them viewers.
I know.
Don't know what they're viewing.
Go on, which one of you two's got a bad one?
I'll go first because I've just thought of one, and I think Sam likes this. I want to say
Metal Gear Solid,
but Metal Gear Solid, fucking MGS3.
Right, that's it. No, I'm fucking going now. I'm fucking going.
I just thought of one, and it's a game. I actually bought one of them, and it was enough for me. But it is a game franchise, as such.
Is it Far Cry?
No, I like Far Cry. It's Paper Mario.
Oh, I've never played those.
I'm not too hurt by that.
No, they are shit. They're not. I don't think they're shit, but I just can't.
These are the RPG ones, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like RPG Mario games.
Yeah.
And I don't really get what the RPG element is. I remember playing the one on GameCube, whatever that was.
1,000 Year Door.
That's worth quite a bit of money now. That one.
Oh yeah.
I don't still have it, unfortunately, but I literally played it for like a day, I think, and I was like, "What is the fuck is going on? I have no idea. This isn't the Mario I know."
Yeah, it's not my Mario.
It's not my Mario.
Hashtag not my Mario.
It's just some paper dickhead. I just didn't get it. I don't get it. Like, they're still releasing them, and there's loads of them. I don't know
What
if there's
didn't you
loads
like?
of them,
Was
but
it
it's quite a few.
Gameplay or?
It's just like it's not a Mario game, like at all. I know people probably like that it's not a Mario game, but I'd much rather play like Odyssey or Mario 64 or Mario Sunshine than I would playing an RPG Mario game.
See, I thought you were going to talk about Final Fantasy, but
No, I've not really played any of them, so I can't really comment. Yeah,
but also that's like turn-based RPG, which maybe isn't for you.
That is a thing I actually hate, is turn-based RPG games. So maybe
You know what? That is
I'm
exactly.
going to piss everyone off.
Yeah.
That is exactly why I didn't like the look of that new Pokemon game that's coming out, the 3D one, because they've still got turn-based combat. I don't care. It just looks like the same game, but slightly prettier and emptier.
Yeah, like a bit more Breath of the Wild, but even emptier
Not
than
in a
that,
good
really.
way.
Yeah. It was. I actually quite like the look of it, but I'm a bit of a Pokemon lover. I was playing Pokemon the other day, the Sword and Shield, or Sword.
Yeah.
And I was literally fighting people, and I was like, this isn't even hard. It's like dead easy. And they're literally, I haven't changed my Pokemon at all. This 2 hours I've been playing it. It's really, really repetitive and boring.
They got really easy. Like I played.
They got way too easy.
Yeah, every now and then I play like one of the old ones on my Game Boy, and there's some battles that are legit like hard, man. Like some of the gym battles, you really have to like.
The first one's probably the hardest if you choose the wrong Pokemon up against Brock.
Yeah, if you go with Charmander. Yeah, fucking hell.
I always chose Charmander.
That's why you farm until you level up.
Farm. Yeah. Grind.
It's like you can farm.
Grind. Yeah, farm.
Pokemon Valley.
Farm XP. Yeah.
I'm surprised that's not a thing.
That would be amazing, like Stardew Valley with Pokemon.
There we go.
You could use like Pokemon to like it'd be like the Flintstones, where you could use Pokemon to do farming stuff instead of dinosaurs.
There's all just rock Pokemon as well.
Yeah.
Go on, Geodude.
Go on, dig a hole.
I thought it was Pokemon then.
Dig a hole.
Go dig a hole.
Use dig.
I'm surprised at how like uncontroversial these are so far.
To us.
Yeah,
am not
that's true.
a big fan of Grand Theft Auto.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
There it is.
I hate the style of the dialogue and the comedy. I know it's supposed to be like satirical, but I find it so over the top.
It is massively
having an aneurysm.
Just annoying. And like.
I thought you were going to get out of your chair then.
And the fucking he's going to like hold his like microphone to his face.
Get on my fucking soapbox. I've always had an issue with the way they control. I find them really clunky.
That is
they
Rockstar
are like
games,
very
I will
loose,
give
aren't
you
they?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in the PS2 era ones, which I know, like I would say I enjoyed San Andreas. That's probably the one I've enjoyed most. It's the one I completed.
That's the only one I've not played.
Oh, okay. That's well, if they remaster it, like, it's been rumored. I've always had an issue with the graphics, especially of the PS2 era ones. There's a fucking... I literally watched this cutscene the other day. I just wanted to check if I hadn't imagined it. It's in San Andreas. And there's a bit when, like, what's it, CJ, the main character?
Yeah.
He goes up to someone's door. And he's like, wake up. And his hand is just, like, open palm, knocking on the door. And I'm like, you couldn't even animate the fucking fist closing.
Like, I don't think they could when they released those, could they? They're quite old.
No, I bet you could.
I mean...
3 they definitely couldn't have done. Vice City as well, I reckon.
What, like animate the hand?
Not when those were released.
A block. Not.
I mean...
I think those games are older than you think
cutscenes. Watching Metal Gear cutscenes.
They are good-looking games, actually, for the era, I think. That is true, I will say that.
Metal Gear cutscenes, you got more than fucking...
Like, MGS3, you would have fingers, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, like, I don't know, I maybe it's because I'm just not a huge fan of open world games anyway.
Yeah,
but, like,
do you like, did you like the Red Dead games?
I like them more. I've recently been playing the second one and enjoying it.
I definitely prefer Red Dead.
Yeah, I think I would as well.
But I do enjoy Grand Theft Auto. You don't?
I prefer GTA to Red Dead.
That's crazy.
Okay.
I mean,
I wouldn't have expected that for some reason.
Well, it is the more popular one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, out of the two. Although Red Dead 2 is really popular as well.
Yeah, Red Dead was huge.
Yeah, Red Dead 2 is... I guess they... GTA 5 and Red Dead 2 are quite similar, like, critical acclaim, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe Red Dead...
I've got literally all the GTAs right here.
Did you not like 5?
It's teary-eye, yeah.
I don't know, I can get why people like them, but it's just like... I remember when GTA 4 was coming out, and people were, like, talking about
I'm
the
not
revolution.
the biggest fan of 4.
Yeah, I'm not a
4
fan
is...
of
4's my least favourite.
Yeah.
I liked 4.
A lot of people do. Which is it was interesting because that one's meant to be a bit more grounded, isn't it, than the rest?
It's a bit more realistic, the gameplay, Like, the physics and everything are more realistic than 5.
I liked the balance that 5 does, because it's kind of got that realistic, but then it is still a bit stupid.
More of a game, yeah. I like them all, yeah.
I remember when 4 was coming out, I think it was 4, and people were like, oh my god, right, in this game, you can go to a bar and play darts. Like, what the fuck is so good about that?
Do that in
I'd rather do that in real life.
Yeah, but some people don't do it in real life.
To be fair, when that came out, we couldn't go to pubs and do that. We were too young.
I'd rather play a dedicated darts mini game. That's what I'd fucking rather play.
You can use the Velcro ones so you can get the like it. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like people like get so excited about these little features, and I'm like, that doesn't appeal to me.
Doesn't do anything for me.
That sort of stuff is exactly what I don't like 4.
Are you telling me, Sam, that when you had the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, and then the Series X, you weren't excited that GTA 5 was in all 3 of those?
See, that's the other thing. Like,
it's almost as bad as Skyrim.
Yeah, it's. I think how big the online got, I think, ruined the series. Like, I don't know, maybe the online
series you didn't like anyway.
I'm not
somehow
playing
made
it
it
now.
worse. But like, I would respect it more if they got the not like, you know, one every year, but just the fact that like
I have a controversial opinion here.
Okay.
I think if it's making them all that money, and it gives them more time to get the next games right, fuck it, let that carry on. I'm fine with that.
Fair enough, yeah.
Because if their games are coming out Red Dead 2 quality, fucking take as long as you need.
Yeah, that's
a good point.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
But how monetized is the online?
Very. They've got these things called shark cards, which is why it keeps appearing at like top bestseller lists, like 13 years later.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. When you play online, it doesn't force you to get those at all. You know. You can just
but they've got
easily
people
play it.
who do buy them in like.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Buy the
Same with
shit
any
ton.
game. You know,
Yeah.
you can do it in
The
Red Dead
fact
2
that
as well.
There was a good 5, even possibly like 7-year period where it was like the best-selling game of that year.
Yeah.
In a row, just because of those.
Can you buy cosmetics?
I think those are part of it.
Sam's gone, fuck, I want to play it now.
I don't know. I think you probably can actually, but I think you more buy the money for the game. You buy in-game money.
Or you can just run a bunch of people over, pick up the cash.
See, that's like, this would be my last point in this thing. I don't want to sound like some weird, adult saying like violence. I respect violence in video games, but it's when like I remember being at like school and my friends would be like, "So I slept with a prostitute the other day and then killed her and got my money back." I'm like, "You're a fucking psycho. You're a fucking psycho." if you get enjoyment out of that.
And that is it. We hope you enjoyed listening to our Tepid Take.
If you want to send us your Tepid Takes, then email us at thetepidtake@outlook.com.
And give us a follow and a like on Instagram at The Tepid Take.
And we've been, the fucking, what's it called again? I think just cut his whole explanation and just have the after sting being Sam going, "You're a psycho, you're a fucking psycho."
That could be the finishing clip after the outro.
Yeah.
You're a fucking psycho.
Oh my god.